Professor Apfelstedt from Stellenbosch University is joining me in studio now. He is going to unpack the relation between diet and breast cancer for us. Hello.
Hello, Jennifer. Thank you very much for inviting me, and good afternoon, good morning, good night, listeners.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you here in studio. Today we're going to be talking about the relationship between diet and breast cancer. Now, first, before we get into that, who's at the risk for breast cancer? Who's at risk?
Principally every woman, and notably women that are above the age of 35 to 40 years of age.
All right. Now, I was reading a paper you wrote on the relation between diet and breast cancer, and you said that 30 to 40% of, diet is responsible for 30 to 40% of all cancers. What does that mean?
We should be a little bit more circumspect. It's not an individual diet, but what we eat, especially the quantity. Because what we are seeing now is an avalanche of breast cancer coming our way. And the main reason for this increased breast cancer risk is breast cancer in the woman above age 40 that has been brought on to in large part by obesity. And the individual foodstuffs don't really make that much of a difference. But the acquisition of 20 kilograms of weight in between your age of 20 and the age of 40 increases the breast cancer risk by 50%. Wow. And that is a big increase. It doesn't matter that much. Individual diets don't change much in that. But it is the overweightedness that is the biggest problem that we're seeing here.
Why does being overweight increase your risk for breast cancer?
It changes the estrogen metabolism. The fatty tissue in the human body is a major source of estrogen. Furthermore, being overweight also increases the number of hormonal cycles that a woman goes through during her lifetime. These two factors combine to increase the risk of breast cancer in overweight women significantly. And I would like to take you on a hike with me through the breast cancer ward at Tygberg Hospital. And it's very scarce that you will find a normal or underweight woman there.
Really?
Most of the women that we are seeing with breast cancer are overweight. But then, overweight is a common, or obesity is a common disease in South African women.
So then I would assume that exercise also goes hand in hand with diet in order to reduce your risk of breast cancer.
Exactly. If you're exercising quite hard, you will not be overweight. But we know that independent of the diet, exercise decreases the breast cancer risk. If you, for example, strenuously exercise for at least 4 hours per week, and we should be honest and ask ourselves how many of our women actually do that.
Yeah.
Those are few. Then you can actually decrease your breast cancer risk by about 1/3 to half.
Wow.
So this is a major influence, and we must not look for the solutions to breast cancer, the increasing number of breast cancers that we're seeing, in fads and in short-term solution. It means that our lifestyle is largely responsible for it.
Now, what are some of these fads and short-term solutions that are common that you hear about most often?
Oh, well, let's not get started on Professor Merckx. I'm going to keep myself out of that. But for example, certain forms of exercise, do this, do that. Then the soy diet is a good example. And we have the grape diet is another example. So we get these faddish diets, and well, they don't work unless you actually change your lifestyle.
Yeah.